Hi guys, I wanted to do another video. I got a couple garage sale items that I picked up over the last couple weeks or so. I haven't done a video on this in a while. I've been so busy with other things. But I picked up, and this kind of goes with our long-term survival thing. I picked up a nice brace and bit setup. Now the bit was what I was kind of after. I have several of these. And this is a ratcheting one. I've got 2 or 3 ratcheting ones. But the bit itself was still in this when I bought it. And I asked the guy what he wanted for it. And I paid $4 for this. The bit itself is worth much more than that, to me anyways. So, anyways, for $4 now I got this. And I do have a set of these bits that I bought at a garage sale, oh gosh, years ago. For like, I think $10. And it's got everything from like 1/4 inch up to almost 1.5 inches. And you know, so I just wanted to show you that. $4, that's a great find. And another thing that I bought at auction, or not at auction, at flea market, was I bought another old axe. Now this is a no-name axe. Needs some work, needs some fixing up. It's a boy's axe, style axe, no name. Looks like, by the way it's all rough and stuff, it looks like it was hand forged. I paid $7 for this. It's got a beautiful handle on it, so I'm probably gonna, and it's nice and tight on the head, so I'll probably end up reshaping the blade on this and giving it all a good coat of linseed oil and using it just the way it is. So that's another thing that I found at flea market. Those first 2 things were both found at a flea market. A couple other things I found at the flea market, and I'm not sure if I showed them on a video before, but I collect axes, so you guys all know I'm kind of into the axes a lot. And I found a couple more old carpenter's axes. This is a Bingham's Best one, and that's kind of why I grabbed it, because it's got that nice big emblem on it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it needs a cleaning up and resharpening too. And then this one is a Collins Legitimus axe, and of course I'm going to pick it up too, because they're just really good old axes. And not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I may go ahead and fix them up the way they are, or I may go ahead and do another axe kind of like this with the longer handle on them. This isn't the axe that we did the axe project on. This is a different one. This is one that I think I'm going to put up for sale. I'm going to make a leather sheath for it, and then I'm going to put this one up for sale. It's a really nice axe. It's razor sharp. I mean, it'll make somebody a really nice bushcraft axe. But you know, if you think you might be interested in something like that, text me or something, or you know, message me on this video, and I'll answer the videos. But okay, so found a couple axes. You know, I think I paid for those 2 little axes, carpenter's axes. I think I paid $8 for one and $6 for the other. I'm not sure about the prices for sure, but none of them were over $10. And like I said, the brace and bit was 4, and the small boy's axe was 8. And that's about all I bought at flea markets lately that I can think of. But the next bunch of stuff I wanted to show you is something. I went to an auction a while back, and I got really lucky. So let me get the stuff out for you, and I'll show you what it is. I'll be right back. Okay, so the next thing I bought was I was at an auction. It's a big auction. It happens about once a month in my area, and it's called a machinery auction, but a lot of things end up there that aren't machinery. And there's always a row of stuff where it's hand tools and junk, and like people clean houses out and they just put it in. But anyways, I bid on a box of axes that was there, and I didn't get it. They went way higher than what I wanted to pay. And then they had a box of chisels, wood chisels, and I bid on that and didn't get it either. There was an antique dealer there, and he went way high on the price, and I just couldn't afford to buy it. So I kind of gave up on that, and then, you know, about half an hour later I was going down the line, and there was a big old pile of junk, mostly all junk. I mean, there's like a little Christmas tree that you plug into the wall, and there was a cooler, you know, just some household stuff. And then I opened up the cooler, and inside the cooler there was stuff. Some of it was junk, some of it was good. And and there was a blue bin there too, which is right here, and there was stuff in it too. Well, there was a couple axes in it, and I thought, well, okay, you know what, I'll bid on it, because there was like 2 decent axes in there that I knew were going to be okay. So I ended up paying 20 bucks for it, and well, we'll show you what we got for 20 bucks. So for 20 bucks, I got a brand new cooler. It was like one of the bigger ones. I ended up giving that away because I already have 2 or 3 of them here. But a couple of hand saws, and we'll just go through this real quick. The first axe that was in there was just a small, another small carpenter's axe. This will probably end up being a fixer-up one, and I'll end up selling it as like a you know, a bush tool type axe, like I've been doing with some of the other carpenter's axes. But that's one. The reason I bought it mostly was because I saw these 2 bigger axes in there. Somebody put short handles on them. I'm not sure what the thinking was there, but this is way too big of an axe for having a, you know, an 18-inch handle on it. But this is a True Temper Kelly Flintworks axe, you know, and I mean, it's all there. It's almost still razor sharp. Somebody did not use this much at all. It looks like they used it more for a hammer than they did an axe. So that was in there. Of course, you put a full-size handle on this thing, and this will be a nice one, you know. So now remember, I paid 20 bucks for all this. So I kept looking in there. Then there was another axe. Whoever owned this must have really liked the short handles, because there was another full-size axe with a short handle. And this is a Warren axe, made by, oh, you can't read it all yet. It's still kind of dirty, but definitely says Warren on it, and it's got some other stuff on it too. I'll have to clean it up and see for sure, but you know, as far as I know, Warren Tool Company was a pretty good axe company too. So there you go. There's 2 full-size axes that need handles. That right there, as far as I'm concerned, is worth 20 bucks. And another thing that was in there was a couple pairs of these old grass clipper things. You know, I probably will never use them, but the thing about these is that I have an old forge, so these blades to me are worth something, because I could take these blades off, turn around, put them on my forge, and I can make hand forged knives out of those if I wanted to. So, you know, or, you know, maybe I could use them, who knows. But anyways, they're clippers, and you know, they were in there for 20 bucks. Another thing that was in there was this, and it's just an old wedge type thing, you know, but I'm going to use this with my blacksmith stuff. I'm going to sharpen this up and use it as a hot cutter, and or a hammer end, whatever I want to do. Put a better handle on it. This is just going to be a forge tool. It'll go on my forge. And of course, like any other box of tools, there's a whole bunch of files in here. I didn't even count them all up, but there's at least 3 right there. 2 of them are wood files, and they actually feel pretty sharp, so they probably won't end up being forged stuff. This one's a little triangle file. It's not very sharp. It'll probably end up going to the forge, and I'll make something else out of it. But you know, a bunch of files. 2 old monkey wrenches. I'm not sure what I'll do with those. They're really kind of obsolete nowadays, but you know, they were there. Let's see what else is in here. There is this, which I believe this is an old lathe tool, and I'm kind of into the spoon carving, so it's really small, so I'm probably going to use it as a gouge, because it's got the nice round gouge in it, and that'll work fine for me. I can put 2 hands on it, really do some real good gouging on it. So that's where that's going to go. This will go to the wood workbench. I mean, I got all kinds of good stuff out of this deal. A wooden tape measure, can't go wrong with that. A lock, which was sitting in water, full of junk, and the keys that were in it, it still worked. Some kind of hand sander. I'm not sure if I'll ever use that or not, but anyways, it was there. Some cool things that I kind of collect a little bit anyways is a couple old leather long tapes, the old time stuff. And then I got this one here, which is kind of cooler yet, because this one is another long tape, but instead of having the tin thing, instead of having the tin tape, it's got a cloth tape inside it, which will come in handy when you're measuring stuff that you want to go around and you can't, you know, flex the tape around it. And of course another tape measure, some oddball screwdrivers, and an old flashlight that an antique flashlight I might fix up. 3 old coping saws, which I don't know if I can use them. I think I could probably make 1 out of 3, but you know, the wood handles are worth something to me. Do something with them. You know, I've already got a couple coping saws, not a big deal. Big pair of nippers. They're froze up, but a little bit of heat would probably thaw them back out. What else is in here? Oh, another axe, carpenter's axe. You know, needs a little work. It's got a nail on the top of it. Actually, this one's got some writing on it too. I'll have to see what kind of axe this is. I just noticed that. I didn't notice that when I saw it in the box, so that'll definitely be something I'll have to look at. Might be one I want to keep for myself. I don't know. Then I got a saw, old wood saw. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's actually got a couple teeth in it that are broken off. I might be able to just cut it down and shorten it up maybe. I don't know. Maybe just use it the way it is for what it is. And then a couple extra handles too to go with it, which is kind of cool because you can always find these blades. And a lot of times these handles are broke, so they'll just go on the shelf somewhere in case I need them. And then the two other things I saw in here that is the reason why I did go ahead and bid it, and I did go ahead and put 20 bucks on it, is 2 old hand planes sitting in this box too. And this one's in very, very good shape, just needs a good cleaning. And same with this one. Very good shape, just needs a good cleaning. So, you know, all this stuff for 20 bucks, I mean, if you're into hand tools and stuff like I am, this is a treasure to me. So, you know, I just wanted to show off these garage sale things. And I hope some of these guys out there that are doing these videos, that do this garage sale stuff, list your videos. I mean, everybody's likes to see what everybody else gets, you know. I mean, heck, this is a heck of a find for me, you know. And garage sale videos are great because, you know, like a few years ago I got my forge at a flea market, and I paid $300 for my anvil, my forge, and a pull vise. And you know, you can't beat that. 100-pound anvil, that's worth almost $300 by itself. And you know, and the forge itself is worth a couple hundred, and I'm guessing that vise ought to be worth at least $100 or more. So, you know, I just wanted to show that stuff off and say thank you. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, and you know, everybody out there that's doing these YouTube videos, show your stuff off. I'd like to see them. Okay, thank you.